Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen, and today I just wanted to do something a little bit lighter, a little bit fun. I feel like I spend so much time telling you how to be frugal, telling you how to save money, and I thought it would be fun to share some things that were actually quite expensive, but that I think they were worth it and why I think they were worth it. Now, if you are new to my channel, I talk a lot here and on my website about saving money and living frugally, living below your means so that you can use that extra money to work towards your financial goals and eventually work towards financial freedom. But in my opinion, living frugally is not the same as being cheap. I believe that frugal living means cutting the expenses and not spending a lot of money on the things that are not important to you and do not bring you value, so that you can free up your money to work towards your goals, like I already mentioned, but also to use for the things that do bring you value in your life and the things that are important to you. So I thought it would be fun to share a couple of the things that I have splurged on over the years, a couple things that have been really expensive purchases for me and that I feel have been totally worth the expense. All right, so the first couple things I want to talk about are my Apple products. I don't normally consider myself somebody who's really into electronics, and I do believe that these products mostly are super important to me because I use them every single day, not just in my personal life, but more importantly in my business. So I am an Apple fan. I would consider my AirPods, my Apple Watch, my MacBook, my phone, all expensive purchases that are very much worth the money for me. Any way you slice it, Apple products are pricey products, and to me, they are absolutely worth it. And that's for a couple reasons. Number one, as I mentioned, I use them all day, every day. Yeah, probably too much every day, but I love to be able to seamlessly go back and forth between my phone and my computer since I do a lot of my work on both devices, and the quality is something that I've come to depend on. So we already deal with this crazy spotty internet, especially right now with everybody working and doing schooling from home. So I can't really depend on my internet as much as I would like to these days, but I know I can always depend on my devices, well, almost always, depend on my Apple devices to perform when I need them to and to do what I need them to. I have the MacBook Air that came out in 2018. It's been super dependable. It's been really helpful for me in my business. And I know there's a lot of people out there that think Apple products are not worth the hype and overpriced, but for me personally, I believe they are worth the investment. The next purchase I made that was way expensive but worth it is our home. So we have been in this home about 10 and a half years now, and I'll admit we were not financially ready to purchase this home when we did. There were a couple reasons why we felt it important to move when we did, and looking back, a lot of it was really just our financial mentality at the time, which was really to purchase things that we were not ready to purchase and be spontaneous and want that instant gratification instead of saving money and waiting, and that's why we were in debt. So if we had it to do all over again at this point, we probably would not do so. However, we have raised our family in this home. We moved here when my daughter was 3 and my son was 1. So this is really where our family has spent the majority of its time, and we've been really happy here. We've refinanced a couple times over the years, and the mortgage is still higher than I would prefer, but it's affordable, it's doable for us. This is not our forever home, but it served us really well for the past decade, and I feel as though it was worth the expense. The next item is cruelty-free products. So if you've been here before my channel, then you probably know purchasing cruelty-free beauty products is something that's really important to me. It's something that I kind of slowly transitioned to because the products are for sure more expensive. Over the past 6 months to a year, I've also started transitioning to using more cruelty-free cleaning products and just other household products. And I will say, I have really found a lot of affordable, cruelty-free beauty products. If you're someone who's also been trying to make this transition, but maybe you've been holding back because of budget restrictions, you should go and check out this video I made sharing some of the most affordable, cruelty-free beauty products that I have found and I have switched to using. This is something that just really makes me feel good. I'm an animal lover, and I hate the idea of these big companies testing their products on our furry little friends. If you've been feeling the pull in your heart to do the same, make sure you check out that video. I will also link it down below in the description box. And like I mentioned, I found way more affordable products. But even when the products are not very affordable, I still opt to spend the extra money because this is just a value that's become really important to me. And again, going back to that definition of living frugally, it is being able to spend the extra money on things that you value. So maybe this shampoo isn't necessarily going to perform any better than this other cheaper but not cruelty-free shampoo, but it's important that we use our dollars as our vote and use our dollars to support companies that are doing things that we love and not to support companies that are doing things that we just don't agree with. The next expensive item that I purchased was my vehicle. Now, my vehicle is quite a few years old at this point. I think it's a 2011, and it was actually a lease. So I leased the car for 4 years, and initially our plan was to finish out the lease and basically turn it over and start a new lease like we had done so many times before. But at this time, we were going through our debt-free journey, and we just kind of put our foot down and decided no more. Leasing a car is a great way to get the most bang for your buck when you're just looking at strictly the payment, but it's an expensive way to operate a vehicle. It may not feel expensive month to month when you have a really low affordable payment, but you have to remember when that lease is up, you have nothing. In some cases, you actually have to pay to turn the lease in, and then you have absolutely nothing. So you have to go out, you have to find a completely new vehicle, you have to oftentimes put money down on that vehicle, or your payment would not be affordable. And we didn't want that. We wanted to have 2 cars that we owned and pay off. And as much as I actually really love and appreciate nice cars, it's just not high on my value list. So again, I would rather spend the extra money on my home and making my home something that I love because I spend a lot of time in my home, but I don't really spend a lot of time in my car. So having a nice car, having a luxury vehicle or an expensive car, it's just not worth the money to me. So I have been driving around in my 2011 Nissan for many years now. When the lease was over, we just went and bought it outright. We have never done that before and ended up paying more for the vehicle than we would have if we just would have went out and purchased a used Nissan right off the bat. But the car is completely paid off and has been, I think, for almost 2 years now. And it's been really nice knowing that I don't have a car payment anymore. So all in all, it was an expensive purchase, but it was absolutely worth it. It's been a good quality, dependable vehicle for us, and I hope to get a couple more years out of it. The next expensive purchase is kind of funny, but it is Spanx leggings. Yes, I said it, Spanx leggings. I've never owned any Spanx in my life, and I kept seeing these leggings everywhere, and I mean, I like to wear leggings. I wear them every single holiday instead of nice dress slacks. They're comfortable, obviously, and the Spanx ones, boy, do they just hold everything in where you would like it to be. So they're expensive. I think they were about $100. And if I'm being honest, I ended up asking for them for Christmas last year, so I did not even have to pay for them. But now that I've worn them, they are worth every single cent, and they are super quality if you take care of them the way the tag tells you to take care of them. They can last you years and years, and you can get a ton of wear out of them. Ladies, you're welcome. And my last super expensive purchase that continues to be expensive month after month is my pets. If you are new to my channel, I have 2 rescue pups and a rescue kitten. And if you're a pet owner, you know how expensive pets can be. I adopted, so they're much cheaper than it would be if you were purchasing from a pet store or a breeder. And please don't do that. But they're still expensive. The vet bills, the sicknesses, the medication, Thankfully, minus some allergies and an isolated incident, all of my pets are pretty healthy, but the expenses really add up. And they are my kids. They are my fur babies. So I take care of them and treat them as well as I do my human kids. And I know some people don't believe in that, but that's okay. That's your belief. This is my belief. I love them dearly. We could not imagine our family without them. They have brought so much joy to our lives over the years, and they're expensive, but they are worth every single penny. That's my list of expensive things that we spend a lot of money on, but we feel as though they are worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it would just be a fun way to switch things up a little bit. Let me know in the comments what some of your expensive purchases have been that you have found to be worth it, and also some things that you spent a lot of money on that you found not to be worth it. That way you can warn us all and we can all make sure we don't purchase those things. If you guys liked this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I make new videos every single week, and I would love to see you back here next week. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know